he was like, have you realized yet that you are exactly who you set out to be when you were like in 7th grade?
Mm.
And I was like, not really, but
yeah.
He's like, bro, you did it. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You literally have nothing else to worry about. All you have to do now is just go out and have fun.
That's
and
so
play.
true.
Play hard. Just play football, and then
Right.
you're not doing anything else.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think about it, like 1% of 1% make it to the league? Think about how much even smaller that
Right.
group get to a second contract, get
Right.
to something that's life-changing money,
Right.
Yeah.
and establish themselves.
I mean,
in
there's
this
so
league.
many more. Like the 1% of 1% make the league,
Yeah.
and then like the 1% of that start.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
the 1% of
exactly.
that start for 2 years, and then you
Mhm.
keep on going. You know what I mean? So it's like looking back on like what I've done and
Shrinks. Yeah.
like in my career, and like what I could do.
Yep.
And how I'm feeling. Like I'm just like super blessed and super thankful to be able to just have a career and be able to play.
Yeah.
And play at a high level, and for a team to want me and really see me as a piece to take their team to the next level. Man, welcome back. Shit, this is episode, what was it considered, 21?
21.
Episode 21.
21.
This is the final episode of season 1
Yep.
of Breakin House Rules. As we've said for the last 20 episodes, Jevon Holland, Andre, Tranquilo, and Cam Wolf. Man, we, finally it's coming to an end. This season 1.
Yeah. It was a great season.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are we feeling about the first season? I mean, I think
It's good
21
about it.
episodes, season 1 is
Yeah,
solid.
I think we did good work. Like, obviously, it's a new venture for all of us.
Right,
Like,
right.
in season, doing a podcast, all the things that come with that. You know, it's a lot of layers, but we learned a lot. Hopefully, we got better. Y'all tell us as we got through the season. We got more comfortable. We built our bond, and I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I
The
enjoyed it.
dialogue's been good.
Right.
You know, it's a good mix of football, good mix of some mental health, a little golf in there.
Right.
Just, life. I don't think there's like and I think that's what Breaking House Rules is all about, right? There's no like set theme to all of this, right? Because I feel like how life is, right? It's just kind of a little all over, and I think we do a good job of representing that.
Yeah, I think it's progressively grown like nicely, and then we've progressively grown with it, and then it's kind of just become like a comfortable thing. It's cool seeing like I go to the PGA store a lot by my house. Like people in the PGA store, like, yeah, bro, I listen to your podcast like driving on the way home. Shout out my boy JJ. He's like, yeah, I listen to your podcast on the way home, or like, my girlfriend's like best friend, like she listens to the pod because she's a football fan. Like
Nice.
I think that kind of stuff is cool.
There's one guy though that's been commenting on every single YouTube video. He's probably gonna see this too. But he comments, "Jevon is my dad." On every single
stuff like that.
one. And then when he went to the Giants, he said something along the lines like, "I can't believe I'm losing my dad."
That's fun, bro. Like, it has been an interesting journey because obviously Dolphins has been a big impetus for most of the pod, and as we end the season, whole new influx of people. Giants fans, y'all have gone crazy. We appreciate y'all.
Go Big Blue.
You're wearing the big blue.
You feel me? Go Big Blue.
And we love the ability to give a different connection. Like sometimes it could be super loose. Sometimes it could be serious. We had a mental health pod earlier this season that was really dope.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we have interviews. We've had, we had Chosen just recently on. We had John O. Smith, which was a great episode. He told his story. Landon Roberts, Jerome McPinley, Ethan Bonner, Joe Casper. It's just been dope to be able to like just kind of navigate this landscape as we've gone about it. And yeah, that's where we announced free agency, like had a great celebration in that mix.
Right,
so,
that was cool.
That was sick.
Yeah, it feels great, but it'll also be a good reset for us, to end season 1 here and go from there. So yeah.
Sweet, yeah. Let's. I'm gonna do a little recap of the last 2 weeks of my life, bro, because it's been so hectic.
Yeah, you can make a movie, I'm sure.
Literally,
off of the last
bro, it's
few
been
weeks.
so hectic. I've been left and right. So, start off on Monday, right? I'm like, bro, I'm at a golf tournament. I'm like, I'm about to golf. Like, free agency opens at 12 p.m. Yada yada yada. And I explain this, and then boom. So no calls initially. I'm like, all right. A little nervous, but then I later get the call from the Giants, and it's great. Everything works out perfectly, and boom, I found a new home, right? So I go up to New York, and we were supposed to go the next day. So on Tuesday at like it was like Tuesday morning at like 7. We were supposed to fly to Hawaii, me and Amanda.
Okay.
That's
so
right.
for the NFLPA, like senior, whatever, executive meetings. So I'm like, all right, we're going to Hawaii. I signed the Giants, great, let's go to Hawaii. My agent's like, nah, can't go to Hawaii. I'm like,
Damn.
all right, well, I mean, I kind of expected that. And Amanda's like pissed. She's like, we can't go to Hawaii, like, and she was really looking forward to the vacation.
Of course.
I mean, it's Hawaii, like who wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
So I was upset too, but I had to keep it in.
Yeah.
So we go to New York.
It's a life-changing moment.
I know, like, so we go to New York and we're both super excited. We get to New York and the organization is like super welcoming. Everybody is like congratulating me and welcoming me with open arms, and I just started feeling so good about where I was and like where I am now, and so thankful for the Giants to like reach out and welcome me into the organization. So that like the next 2 days was like went well. We had dinner and really chopped it up. I got to know a lot of the people, got to know a lot of their names, started the onboarding process, like moving up there and everything, and then took a flight from New York straight to LA. Go to LA, there like 4 or 5 days. Like Athletes First has like a golf classic kind of thing. So first day I'm there, we're kind of just chilling, whatnot. Second day, I go to Pelican Hill Golf Course. Fire. They got like a north and south course. Yeah. It's like elevated, like the tee box up here, like the green is down here.
Yeah. They replicate a little bit of Pebble in that course.
Yeah, it's super fun playing. There's like narrow fairways. There's like super big hills.
I would not like the narrow fairways.
Dude, it's super dope. It's super dope. So I got to play out there with a couple of our homeboys I went to college with, and that was a blast. The next day we played at Newport Beach Country Club for the whole classic. It was like the pro-am kind of thing, which was cool. I played with Cole Kmet. I played with River Craycraft, and what was the other guy's name? He plays tight end for the Lions. Shout out to bro, they were cool.
TJ Hawkinson?
No, the other one.
Sam Laporta.
No, the other one. Aaron Burke? Damn, I forgot his name. I think he was like 89.
Tight end 3.
He's a super cool dude, bro. I'm sorry for forgetting your name, bro. I only met him one time. He's a super cool dude, and he's pretty good at golf.
Yeah.
So I played that, and that was cool because it was like my first time playing like a pro-am. It was like you have a caddy, and like your caddy's like telling you like how to put the green and whatnot. And you guys are like really like diving in deep into your game. And then
Brock Wright.
Yep.
Brock Wright.
Shout out Brock. So then, leaving LA, came back to Florida. We're here Monday. We're here Tuesday. We leave we're here. Yeah, we land on Monday. We're here Tuesday. We leave Wednesday night. So in the morning on Wednesday, I get up and I go play Emerald Hill. And I wasn't planning on playing, but I was like, bro, let me just go play, like, whatever. So I go play Wednesday at Emerald Hill in the morning with my homeboy Brennan, and we fly to Germany at like 5 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So golf, and then, what, 8, 9, 10 hours?
10-hour flight.
Oof.
10-hour flight to Germany, to Frankfurt. Shout out Lufthansa Airline.
Yeah.
Great seats. Slept the whole way. It was like a 2-hour flight for me. Amanda was up the whole time. And then vice versa on the way back. I was up the whole time. She was asleep the whole time.
Gotcha.
But we flew to Germany. And in Germany, I had gotten there the first day, slept the whole day. Because, I mean, like it's like 6 hours ahead, right? So I was like trying to acclimate to the timeline. And then I was walking around and whatnot. I had a like 2-day camp Saturday and Sunday at this military Ramstein military base in Frankfurt. It's like the biggest military base in Europe for the American military, U.S. Army. There's like 56,000 people in Kaiserslautern, which is like the city surrounding the area. It was super dope. Shout out Master Guns, which is this dude. That's his name, Master Guns.
That's a crazy name.
Fire. Shout out Molly, Master Guns, pro camps. I'm definitely going to one next year. But they do like camps all around the world for the military, bringing out athletes. They do 2 with the NFL and 2 with the NFL that are like abroad, and then a couple like 8 or something like that, like in the States. I had done one with Walmart. I think they put together like some years prior. But the camp was great. The kids were a blast. Like kids are actually hilarious. Like if you really try to interact with them, because they're like 5, 6, or it was like 6 to 13. I think was the age groups.
Okay.
So it wasn't a bunch of kids. It was probably like 200 kids out there. But like kids at 6 years old, like there are some that are super cognitively there.
Yeah.
Like I need the ball. Like they're playing like a little 7-on-7. They're not throwing me the ball. I need the ball. This one kid, he was like the #1 pick in the camp.
Yeah.
And he's like 5 or something. He was nice.
Superstar receiver.
Literally.
Already got the mentality.
Literally. But then
Let me know his
like,
name so I can already start.
Right. But then there's kids that are like 7, 8, that are not as sharp as the 5-year-old, and they're kind of just like da da da, like out there lollygagging, like they're running to each other. But it was a blast. I had so much fun. Like next time I have a trip like that, bro, like we gotta bring the whole. Like y'all should come with me because
I love
that shit was super fun.
See, now you put a good experience of Germany in my mind because I had heard a little bit about the experience, like what it was like going for when you went with the Dolphins, and that type city was a little bit more industrial, and I'm like,
no, it was cool,
Germany,
bro. Even Frankfurt was like when we had a day in Frankfurt. It was still
dope.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I gotta add Germany to the list.
Yeah, my first time going out to Germany was cool too. Like when we went to all the shops. Like you hit the local like what's it called in LA where there's like all the designer shops and shit.
Like
I don't know, but it's like we're all like the mall, but it's like outdoor. It's
like
their area where they
the
outlets where they had like the Louis V, it's like where the Louis V is and all that stuff.
Yep.
So we hit that the first day we were out there. Last time we were in Germany, but like going to Germany like the second time, we were able to like walk around this giant park, just a bunch of murals and art and museums and stuff. That's
awesome.
Really cool. Yeah. So that part is really cool. Being in, especially so on the flight there. Frankfurt is like it was really tore up, especially after 1945, like the Second World War. But their stadium that we actually played in was like one of the only things that was unscathed, and that's where two U.S. military platoons played football for the first time.
Okay.
And a bunch of the neighboring people, civilians that live in Germany, they all watched the game and were fascinated by it. And so Frankfurt is really the birthplace of football, American football in Germany, along with hip hop, because the U.S. Army brought a bunch of cassette tapes and stuff with them, and they were playing hip hop and whatnot. Because that was right around the time that hip hop started to jump off.
Yeah.
Kumo D, all that shit. So there's like the birthplace of German rap, hip hop, and there's a bunch of guys that are like pillars that came out of Frankfurt. So that part was really cool, and you can kind of see that in their artwork, and a lot of the graffiti and art on the murals are all like hip hop esque. So
yeah. That's dope. Like that's some of the dopest elements of travel.
Yeah.
Like you get so much education of the world, of things you didn't already know. Like I'm getting educated just listening to you on places I've never been. And so like I think that's just a dope privilege of being able to play in the league, be able to be a part of those experiences that maybe people don't see. People only see what's going on August through January in season. But appreciate you sharing that. And yeah, definitely got to go some point.
I just think of beer and pretzels when I think of
the beer was great, bro. The beer was great.
Yeah, Brats. Isn't Brats German?
Yeah. And
Germany's known for their beer.
They're big on cider too. Cider's a big because they
ciders, lagers, beers.
Right. Johnny Q was made in Germany.
Yeah,
it's a good beer.
The ground is like really tough, so it's like not great for like grapes.
Yeah.
So they started growing apple orchards.
Oh,
okay. That's where the cider came from. Then there was like a bunch of stipulations, like you can't add chemicals and stuff. Kind of how Italy does it with wine.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of wine. And it's a lot of apple wine. It's really Riesling. It's really tasty, especially the desserts like Sauvignon Blanc. Like it's really,
I can see
delicious.
that.
Yeah, and brats like they don't. When you have like a brat, it's not like a hot dog. Like you don't put it in a bun. They just put sauerkraut on a plate, brat, 2 shaboings on the brat, and then mustard on top.
Yeah, just straight on the glizzy.
I was like, whoa. I was like, where's the bread? They were like, bread. They brought out like a roll. I was like,
they're like, this ain't a hot dog.
I was like, no, I need a bratwurst. Like, yeah. Nah. Anyway, that was my last 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
Long flight on the way back. Got to watch like a bunch of movies. Mystic River, it's a Boston movie. Shout out Boston. The Time Traveler's Wife. Bunch of good movies.
Yeah, you said that like Amanda made you watch that one.
No, actually, The Time Traveler's Wife. I tried it out myself because I didn't see it on TikTok. And TikTok got like a bunch of shit where you can like watch the movie on the account.
Yeah.
So I had to like watch like the first 30 minutes of the movie on TikTok, and this was like a year ago. And I was like, I should watch that movie. So when it popped up, I was like, I'm gonna take a look.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Well, I traveled as well. Nowhere as cool as Germany, but we went to Mexico, me and my wife. We had a wedding to go to, some of our good friends, Kareem and Nate, shout out to them. They got married in Playa del Carmen. So we flew out to Cancun, did like a day and a half in Cancun with just me and the wifey. And then after that, we did like 3 days at an all-inclusive out in Playa del Carmen. So it was dope, like to get like a nice reprieve in the middle of it, because like you got free agency, which is chaotic from a work perspective, because you're just calls and transactions and people's places changing. And then I had Cam Ward's Pro Day the Monday after. So I'm like, I'm gonna squeeze in this vacation in a week in between. But it was great. Like great vibes, a great energy. Like a lot of the folks in the wedding were like island folk, like Jamaican, and so like they know how to turn up, dog. It was a lot of 4 or 5 a.m. party, crazy nights, and I realized how old I was in this trip because like I'm living it up, drinking, doing all that stuff. And then 11 o'clock hit, and I ain't ready to go to sleep. And they like, what is next? Like we about to meet in the lobby at 1 a.m. And I was like, I am going to bed. I gotta get up, give me at least some type of workout. And then I started getting me a little phrase in my head. I'm like, if I get a workout a day, it'll flush like 50% of the tequila. Right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's what the doctors say, but I'm a use it in my mind.
It's true. Working out on vacation, like I think it keeps you going longer because you go on those 3-4 day trips and you're just drinking and you're just lounging, like
it gets you acclimated.
Like I mean, like it feels nice because you're just like this the whole time. But eventually, you're just like, bro, I need to move my body. I got to do something. You know, especially like if that's part of your routine, already as it is. So like a nice little 8 a.m. workout there at the hotel.
You know, that's a little early.
8 a.m. is early.
Maybe a workout when you wake up type of thing.
I know, but I'm also thinking about like the earlier I work out, the more earlier I could start like the vacation part of the day.
Yeah,
you know,
I did one workout at like 8. But I think the other 2 workout I did was like 9:30, and I did a 10 o'clock workout. So it kept getting progressively later. The more tequila you drink, the later I'm like, hey, bro, I need me like at least like 6-7 hours of sleep.
I find myself doing that sometimes. I'll be on vacation, and I'll get up early, and I'm like,
what am I doing?
What am I getting up early for? I go back to sleep, man. I'm tired of shit.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
That's
fire.
So that was a trip for us. We dropped our daughter Layla off in Houston with her grandparents, so she was out there hanging, doing a good vibe there. We went to the Houston Rodeo, which is dope. Like every year they got the Houston Rodeo, and me and my wife Bree met at school in Houston. So
that's cool.
Like that's where she's from. That's her family going. So it was cool to get to the rodeo. But then got back here, and Monday after I got back from vacation. Was back on TV working and Miami's Pro Day. I moved my vacation up a couple days so I could be there because I was like, #1 overall pick. You know, you got to start with a boom. So he had his Pro Day there. It went well. We did a lot of interviews on TV and it was smooth. And we'll talk about that in a little later. But that's been my kind of journey into there. And then turned 32. Probably I'll be 32 by the time this comes out. So. Damn, I'm old, bro. I said that and I could feel Bob looking at me like an old ass nigga. I turned 32 on March 30th, Sunday, so I'm getting ready for that. Thinking about playing golf a couple rounds coming up and having good vibes this weekend. So yeah,
that's a good
How about you?
Stretch right there. No, same traveling. We went to the Players, which that was pretty surreal experience.
It's incredible, right?
Like TPC Sawgrass is like here compared to any other course that I've been to. It's
fire.
Clubhouse is a castle. Like that place is a monster of a building. The architecture is beautiful. I mean, the greenery around the course is amazing. The bunkers are extra white for some reason. Like I don't know what it is. Like they just
like pure
pop.
white sand.
Yeah, they pop
sand off Tahiti or some shit.
And then the energy out there is different. Like I mean, it's not a major, but it is a major, right? It's the fifth major.
Right.
So, you know, you see these guys walking around and the way they carry themselves, like they're business. Like it feels like a playoff game in football, right? Like these guys are laser focused. I mean, we're there doing media, like even the media structure, like they don't let you get, usually any other tournament, you're walking up there on the driving range while they're hitting. Here, they only allow player and caddy and coach, and that's it. No one else can get up there. They want no distractions for the players. They want like complete separation, and they're just there in their zone, and you could feel that energy like in the space. And then obviously 17, the hole on 17 is the iconic hole there, and that's such a sick little area that they have set up there. You got the island green, that big tree kind of just smack middle of the water, flowers everywhere. Like they hit that hole to a T. Like to be able to see, like you see it on TV and you watch all those shots over the years and guys hitting in the water and, you know, crazy things happen on that hole. But to be there in person and be able to see it and like see guys actually hitting shots onto the green, spinning it back, balls falling in the water, you're like, damn. And then they had the Creator Classic and one of the guys playing, I think he had like 8 balls into the water. They kept letting him hit it until he landed one on. So it's that hard. I mean, he's probably like an 18 handicapper or whatever it is. You know, so, you know, it's not guaranteed. You can land it on, but that shit can bounce off, roll down. Like that's not easy. And then you see these guys and they make everything look easy. But that was sick. And then from there we went to LA. That was a bender of a day. Like we were up on Thursday that day, 26 hours straight, like no sleep, because we left Jacksonville at we were up at 4:30 in the morning to make a 6 o'clock flight. Jesus. Then you land in LA around like noon LA time.
Right.
So you gain those 3 hours.
Did you have
we had a layover in Dallas because there's no there's no direct flights from Jacksonville.
Right.
So we had like an hour layover in Dallas, and then by the time we got there it was noon. Went straight to a shoot at noon for that Diana Flores chick, the flag football girl.
Right.
She's like an ambassador for the NFL. We did that, and then went to the event, and then that event went till 11 p.m. LA time, and then from there, basically got like 4 hours of sleep and went home on a flight back home to Miami.
Did you fly did you sleep on the plane?
The whole no, actually no. I was actually watching the players pretty much the whole time.
Right.
But on my flight on the way back, when she was at the event, Becky G was sitting next to me.
Oh, okay.
The whole flight.
Yeah.
Becky G.
She's like a Latin artist, super famous.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. So when she was
in first class?
Yeah. First row, she's sitting right next to me.
That was cool.
Damn, Becky G, fuck.
Did you like chop it up with her?
She was sleeping the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I met her the night before at the event because she was at the event.
Okay.
But she was sleeping the whole time, and I talked to her a little bit at the end. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here for a birthday." Thinking like she's there for like a low-key birthday. She was here for Eva Longoria's birthday, and she was there with like Eva Longoria, J-Lo.
Just casual.
Jessica Alba hanging out on the yacht.
Yeah, that's like,
and I'm like, damn. If I would have known that was a birthday, I'd be like, yo, let me slide.
Nah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So we've been living a little bit.
You think? Oh, do you think you could have like how many shots do you think it would take you to hit the green on 17?
On 17, I mean,
what's the distance?
It's short. It's like 120.
Yeah.
From
52.
For them,
52.
For them, the first day it was playing 141, so it was further back.
Right.
By the last day, I think it was playing like 123. So I mean, for them, they're hitting a wedge, but it's also dependent on the wind and where the wind's blowing.
What size? Yeah, I was gonna say, what size is the green?
The green's probably about 20 yards long, like from the direction of the tee box to the back, probably 20, 25 yards, probably about 40, 35 width-wise.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
See, like, here's the thing. I'm hitting the green.
Slope everywhere.
Whether you keep it on the green is a different question.
There's a bunker.
Right.
There's a bunker. It's not like the hardest green to hit. Like to your point, can you get it to stay? Because those things are rock solid.
Pin location also probably
and then pin location when it's up there in the front, you might want to go after it. But if you go after it and you land it at the pin, that shit could roll right back into the water because it's all downslope.
Right. And on top of that, these guys are hitting the ball with so much spin.
Exactly, and they hit it with a ton of spin.
Right, so they're gonna pull the string every time.
A lot of people hit it over too.
I think within, like, let's say it's a miss hit on the first one, right? It's my miss is a pull. You miss a pull there, you're in the water, right? So make an adjustment there. Could miss a slice, right? Make the third adjustment, and then I think 3 shots worst case scenario.
I think I'm on. If it's just like me
I think I can get on one shot.
If it's like me and the boys and we're just out there, like no one else is out there.
But the question then becomes like, let's say you take 10 shots. How many do you think you're gonna put on the green?
10 shots?
10 10 chances.
Like 10 not 10 chances.
Like you just hit 10.
You just hit 10. How many do you think you'll land?
What's the atmosphere? Is it like a bunch of people out there? Like it's like an event thing? Or is it just me?
So you're playing with your boys. And there happens to be a couple people like kind of waiting for you in the tee box on the next because they're coming from the next hole.
I'm on like 9 out of 10.
Come on,
absolutely.
No,
it's just
way. No way.
Bro, look.
Wind blowing.
It's 120 out. You're playing with the homies. You're just chilling. It's like, yo, it's 120. It's easy. I'm gonna go right at the sand trap.
This is from the PGA.
We're gonna take. Tips? It doesn't matter. I mean, it's short either way.
Okay, 140.
Yeah, 140.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you're just with the boys.
This guy.
No way.
9 out of 10, I'm going. I'll miss the first one, and I'll be like, okay, I'm done.
I would be happy with 5.
Now, whether or not it's a good shot,
probably happy with 3 out of 10.
I was like, more realistically,
33%.
But bro, you said it's not a hard hole.
What's the average green on?
I didn't say it's not a hard hole. I said there's a ton of area.
There's no way it's 90%.
I'm saying 80%. I don't hit the ball with a lot of spin with my wedges. Like if I do, I've never hit the green and it just.
We're gonna have to go and do this.
Back.
That seems like that's a mission. We're gonna do
we can absolutely do this, bro. Like,
well, it's one of the guys we interviewed. He's a pro player. He's never hit a hole-in-one in his life. I don't know if he means like in his life, like what the boys, but never at least on the tour, right? So we're interviewing him, and he brings it up, and he's like, "Yeah, if I hit a hole-in-one on 17, I'm jumping in the water."
No way, that was the dude.
That was him.
Yeah.
2 hours later, we see the video. The motherfucker hit it into the water. And no, Toasty. Alejandro Toasty, Argentina.
That's
It's
fire.
funny,
Yeah.
I was like, he was on a meeting, and I saw it on my phone. I think Foreplay had posted it, and he's like, "Yo, this guy just went in the water," and like, "Oh, it's Dosey." So I went up to Dre. He's like on a call.
Yeah, I didn't see it till after I got off.
And I'm like, "Bro, you're not gonna believe what just happened." Like, what happened? Like, "Oh,
Toasty hit a hole-in-one. I'm
Toasty
like,
hit a
you guys
hole-in-one.
are
Crazy.
kidding
That's
me.
And he's
fire.
Argentinian, and then his boy, who's Emmanuel Grillo, he was the one that aced at
Waste management too.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
So
Yeah,
Argentinians aced on like two of the most
Yeah,
par threes.
That's
on,
incredible.
on
Yeah.
the PGA.
That one was a practice round day though, so it wasn't in the tournament. But
Hey,
still,
Hold on
17
at
at
any
hole,
time. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
and
And he
17
jumped
the
in the
ball
water.
holes.
He actually went in the water.
It was one of those though,
Yeah, I
like
seen that.
he ran up to the ledge, right? Like he was gonna jump in, and then he was kind of like hesitant, and then his caddy just came in and
Pushed
pushed him from
Isn't there
behind.
alligators in the water?
There is,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. He's like, "Oh, nah, I'm not."
He struggled to get out too. He was like climbing out, he couldn't get out. I was like,
Yeah, it sounded like a great idea in theory when I thought I wasn't going to hit a
Well,
hole.
he was
Pockets.
saying that when he ran, he was trying to check to see if his phone was in his pocket, but he couldn't, like, he wasn't finding it. So he thought, he's like, "Oh shit, where's my phone?" And then as he gets pushed, he looks and he saw that his phone like fell off onto the green before he got in.
Okay,
So his
nice.
phone was safe.
Yeah.
Good.
But,
So that's dope. So Vaughn, you were talking about your first couple of weeks as a Giant. Like, what has been, I guess, the wildest reactions you've got? Like, have you got anybody like text from people, call from people, teammates? Like, what? I know you've been traveling, but like,
Right.
what is the reaction, the love been on
It's
the new
been-
deal, the new place, all of it?
It's been dope, bro. Like, people just been hitting me up. Like, Quick.Jev is like my second account, so I don't really like post that I have a second account. I just have it in my bio.
Yeah.
But people have been like DMing me, like sending me spots. I asked for like some recommendations, like food places and stuff, like where to live. A bunch of people have been reaching out that lived in Jersey, that, you know, have previously played in Jersey. It's been all love, bro. Everybody's been, you know, congratulating me and stuff. Dolphins fans are like, people are upset. Some guys are like, "How would you leave?" One dude DM'd me and was like,
God damn it, Dolphin fans.
one dude was like, "You fucking snake."
Y'all were having a. We hadn't mentioned the negativity of Dolphins
Yeah.
fans for a little bit.
No, one dude was like, "You fucking rat, you fucking snake, you left us." I was like, bro, like if I could have stayed, I would, but like it just didn't work out. Yeah, it's the reality of the league, bro. Like, you know, people move on, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I literally said it to him. I was like, "Yo, bro, like, it's just the reality of the league. Like, shit happens." He was like, "Yeah, you're right, my fault." I was like, "So all right." But other than that, bro, like it's been all love. The Giants have been like super dope. It's like seeing the edits of me in a new uniform is like
dope.
it's
It's cool.
it's dope, right?
That
Like,
blue looks good on
yeah,
you,
bro,
for
so
real.
And you got your
cool.
old
It
number?
does.
got my old number, got
Yeah.
the Ocho, so that
Yeah.
I was even
Yeah,
better.
because DJ's gone. So
Yeah, Lord, like, bro, I would have been sick if I
What
had
would
to
have
wear.
been the number? If,
I don't know, honestly. I probably would have
3?
like.
Is 3 even available?
that was Odell's number, right? Or did he just take that from Miami?
No, 13.
13 was
13
Odell
was
in New
Odell's.
York. Yeah.
3 is Tay Banks.
Okay.
the
gotcha.
corner.
Yep.
So I would have figured something out. I definitely would have wanted to wear a single digit.
Yeah.
They got a couple single digits retired, and so it probably would have boiled down to like something in the teens. They obviously would have to save something for a quarterback, but bro,
Have you talked to Eli?
I have not talked to Eli. Haven't talked to Eli. Haven't talked to.
Oh, he's involved with the team though, right?
I'm pretty
Like,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got one thing I do like. They have a bunch of like recent players that are like all up on the walls and stuff.
That's
Like
dope.
I got background on Jason Sehorn and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's nice. Like he was
Yeah.
nice, like for real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So it's
It gives
been all
you, it gives
love.
you something, I'm guessing, to want to emulate. Like, man, I could be on these walls one day.
Nah, for
You know?
sure. Like definitely,
True.
bro. I mean, just like I want to end my career at this place. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's a great organization, and everybody that I've talked to that have played there and been like, yo, it's fucking amazing. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna love it from ownership down. And since I got there, everybody has been super awesome, and so I'm really excited to get up there and get to work and be there. You know, beginning OTAs. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. I've been like looking at people's careers just in like a grand scheme of things, you know. And so once you hit like your second contract, it's like, yo, this could be the place that you end your career
Right.
at.
Yeah.
You know, you got the next 6-7 years to figure out if you want to continue here, go somewhere else. But I hope I, end my career here. I hope I, we end up moving to Jersey and whatnot. And so I'm loving it though right now. I'm loving it, and I'm looking forward to just playing free. I mean, everything else is You know, I did what I said I would when I first. This is something that my Victor James, shout out Victor James. He was my 7-on-7 coach and 7th grade science teacher. He's a terrible science teacher. But we've been friends for such a long time. He asked me, because, you know, he was like around when I first started like training super hard. He was like, have you realized yet that you are exactly who you set out to be when you were like in 7th grade? And I was like, not really. But
yeah,
he's like, bro, you did it. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You literally have nothing else to worry about. All you have to do now is just go out and have fun.
That's so
play.
true.
Play hard. Just play football, and then you're not doing anything else.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think about it, like 1% of 1% make it to the league? Think about how much even smaller that group get to a second contract, get to something that's life-changing money, and establish themselves.
I mean, there's so many more. Like the 1% of 1% make the league. Yeah. And then like the 1% of that start. Right? Yeah. 1% of that start for 2 years, and then you keep on going. You know what I mean? So it's like looking back on like what I've done and
shrinks. Yeah.
Like in my career. And like what I could do, and how I'm feeling, like I'm just like super blessed and super thankful to be able to just have a career and be able to play, and play at a high level, and for a team to want me and really see me as a piece to take their team to the next level. So I'm super, super grateful and thankful for the position I'm in, and I'm super excited to get with the guys and play with them. There's a lot of young guys on the defense, and I'm still a young guy. Like I'm not an old guy. I'm a vet, but I'm not an old guy.
Right.
Yeah, just turned 25.
Just turned 25.
Yeah.
So I'm super, super, super excited to get in, grind with the fellas, like just really just put the work in and have a hell of a time playing football and golfing in Northeast.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's cool. Shout out Giants. Y'all tap into the Giants YouTube. Little plug here. Tap into Giants YouTube.
Yeah.
For off-season.
Were the Giants in Hard Knocks last year?
Were they?
Or was
I don't know.
Or was it 2 years ago?
You heard the plug? Yeah, tap in, you know what I'm saying? Giants YouTube in case you want to see behind the scenes. Behind the scenes of the new players. So there it is.
Right, but I will say this, like I did not know as much, but I've seen it the last week or two. Giants fan base, they are locked in.
They go hard.
Like, they go hard. And now they do want a winner, and I get it. Like they've gone through a period where they haven't won for a little bit, but they also have won Super Bowls in this century.
Yeah.
I can imagine what it's like if y'all can turn this thing around and build a winner for this fan base. Like
I swear to God, if the Giants win a Super Bowl before the Dolphins, I'm gonna be
dude, like the fan base is like. They go hard.
You're gonna be hurt, but
they literally.
I mean, they've already won multiple during my lifespan.
Like when we got
from
up
this
there,
point,
when I got up there in the facility, everybody was like, "Yo, bro, heard you talk to X in your pod." Like these are like employees. I'm like, yeah, like you guys watch the pod. They're like, yeah, bro, we saw it in your pod, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, like you guys
are
tapped in. Like
appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Literally,
Giants
almost
fans
everybody
showed
that
up,
worked
bro.
there was like, yeah, we seen your pod. I was like, wow. I was like, you guys really watch that shit.
Yeah.
I think I said it on the last one we did when you signed. Like the Giants will forever have a special place like in my heart and a lot of Dolphin fans' heart, strictly on the fact that they beat the Patriots that year of the undefeated season, so that the Fins could keep theirs. Like I'll never forget where I was watching that game, and rooting so hard for the Giants to win that game.
Yeah.
So Giants, I mean, like if I had to pick a second team, growing up it was like the Colts. I was like a big Peyton Manning fan. But like at this point, I would say like the Giants are probably that for that specific reason.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, that will never be me. I grew up an Eagles fan, so it's
don't
always going to be a yin and yang. But really, given what just happened this season, I'm chilling. Like I don't really. The Eagles are in good shape.
Yeah, you guys want a Super Bowl.
But I will say, like what you were talking about from the pod perspective, like people were really loving the stories.
Everything in my head starts spinning now.
The fact you were talking about intro role, people were like, "Oh wow, if he like intro role, we got a hit." They're talking about you talking to X, and like some of this like relationships matter, right? And you got a relationship with X, y'all the same agency, right? Like a fan's mind, it's like, oh well, he would never say anything good about us because it didn't work out here. But the fact that like he says that probably says a lot about the org because he has no reason to tell you any fluffy stuff about the Giants.
He was giving them nothing but love, bro. Like,
which is dope.
And I was surprised because when I did like my little media presser, almost every question. They're like, "So what was the conversation like with X?" I was like, "Bro, he said nothing but positive things about it." He's like, "When you guys start winning, the fans, you're gonna love the fans. Like the whole organization. Like New York loves the Giants. Like it's literally it's their baby. Like so I'm excited, man. Like he said all positive things about it. So I was surprised that people were like, "Oh, really? Like." What did he? How do you know X? I was like, we played the same position, basically the same age. Like, mutual respect.
For sure. And speaking of the Giants, like I talked about Cam Ward earlier, was at Cam Ward's pro day, Miami's pro day. Cam Ward's the headliner there.
Yeah.
But it was so interesting because you talk about Giants fans. Like I got a bunch of follows from Giants fans every time I tweet out something from Cam Ward because they want any morsel of information of like, what are they gonna do? Are Titans really gonna take him? Or are we gonna trade back? And like I was tweeting about Joe Shane being there and like talking to the Titans GM, and they were like, what did they say? What is he offering? Like all of this. And I think it's cool because for me as a reporter, like you want fans to be engaged. You want fans to be informed, and you want them to like get excited, especially in this period. Like it's off season, right? But the fact that they're really engaged in this period, like I think tells me what I was telling you earlier. If they win, if they get a quarterback, then it skyrockets. They're probably a top 5 franchise as far as what it means to win at a place like that. And so like I'll just give you kind of a brief synopsis of kind of where I was at Cam Ward's pro day. I got a chance to interview him, got a chance to talk to a lot of folks there, and I think that he's going to be the number 1 overall pick. I think that he solidified himself as a top quarterback in the class. Talking to a couple coaches, they're like there is a gap between him and their mind and Shedeur Sanders. Now the question is, does Tennessee keep that pick, or do the Giants? From what I understand, they've made calls to see what the interest is. Do they make a move at some point? Can they offer enough? That's what the next month is going to be about. Like I don't know the answer to that, but I'll tell you what, like Cam Ward has to be sold. He got a dog in him, which I like as a quarterback. Like there was one point during the pro day where he throws a throw. It's a dime throwing off like 1 foot.
Yeah.
And he turns over to the Titans general manager and president and says, I'm solidifying it today. And he tells us, we didn't know then. I see him laugh. I asked him in our interview, and he said that's what he told him. And I was like, they heard you? He's like, I made sure they heard me. And I was like, some people at home may be like, oh, that's cocky. For me, that's confidence.
I like
that's
that.
like you willing to tell people who could potentially draft you, hey, if y'all had any doubts, y'all see this? And so I think that he's going to be a really good quarterback. And I also think Shedeur Sanders is going to be a good quarterback. I haven't done his pro day yet, but I think a lot of the stuff that's out in the media, a lot of times teams, whether they say they're not trying to tear people down so they can get to them and their pick, I think both those guys are going to be really good quarterbacks in the league. And obviously the Giants fans are going to have a lot of interest. Do we end up with Cam? Do we end up with Shedeur? What do we do?
Right.
And I guess in the meantime, Jameis is there, which Jameis, shout out to Jameis, dog. I got to talk with Jameis in the Super Bowl, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if there's a more unique quarterback personality.
Bro, I'm so excited to meet Jameis.
Oh my God.
I was so excited to meet Jameis.
I wanted Jameis on the Dolphins,
I'm
bro.
so excited to meet Jameis.
I wanted those pregame speeches.
Bro,
I don't care if he was QB1 or not. I wanted Jameis on the
Everybody that I've
fence.
talked to about Jameis, they've said nothing but phenomenal things. Like he's a great leader,
Mm-hmm.
even better dude. So I'm so excited to just like get to know him, learn from him. Like
he had one of the most dominant runs in college football.
He's like Teddy Bridgewater too. Like Teddy B when he was on the Dolphins, bro, was like nothing but just giving knowledge, just real OG, just trying to help everybody. Like Chosen has said, bro. So I'm super excited when we sign Jameis. I love it. I love it. Especially if we're gonna draft like Shedeur or Cam.
Yeah.
Like somebody that or even Jackson Dart, like somebody who's been in the league, who's had success, and who's a vet, and then they can like raise him. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
and a guy who could play now if you needed him to, because sometimes you might draft a rookie and he might not be ready till week 4, week 6, week 10, whatever. Jameis can go out there and give you like a good 4, 6, 10 games if you need to, and play well. He threw for 5,000 yards in the career even before he got his LASIK, you know?
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Jameis.
So excited, bro. So excited. It's gonna be so much fun. I mean, I'm really juiced, bro. I really am. And another thing about the Giants media, like they post like what other reporters say that we're gonna draft with the number 3 pick, and they do that like regularly. And like fans are like commenting under. I think that's cool that they have like fan engagement.
Yes,
I think that's really a smart ploy to try to like see what the fans think and adhere to their make them feel a part of the process. That's really cool. So
because fans are gonna want any morsel of information. Like I don't know about y'all, but I know there's a lot of fans at home. I used to do this where I would let's mock draft simulators. I'm gonna go through a mock draft simulator and see who I put in here, see what's the most popular picks in here. Okay, we getting Shedeur a lot. Oh, we getting Travis Hunter a little bit here. Oh, well, Cam Ward slid in this mock. Like all these different things. So I'm with you. I think that's exciting. And like, do players think about that too? Like, do you as players, like whenever, not just this year, do you think about like who would your team draft, and like we're at this spot. Like,
I mean,
what
yeah,
could
it's
they
like,
do?
it's
Are
like
you
we're
thinking
the
about
number
it
3
if it's
pick.
your position, or are you thinking like how can I make our team better?
No, I'm thinking like, how can I make the team better? Like,
Gotcha.
if I'm in a position where they're gonna potentially draft somebody in my position, I'm like, all right, like it's time like to get him acquainted, get him like raise him. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna reach out to him as soon as he drafted. So I'm all about helping the team win. Like whatever the situation is, like you know what I mean.
That's
so for the Giants, like especially for now, I'm like sitting there. We're pick number 3, so I'm like, who are we gonna pick? You know, who's gonna be available at number 3? What are the
that's a big
who's number
pick
2?
too.
The Browns.
So
yeah, like who are the Titans gonna pick? Who are the Browns gonna pick?
Yep.
Are the Giants gonna trade back? Like I don't know.
Right.
But I mean, it's cool to like speculate, see what's gonna happen.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So
100%.
I think that's just being a fan of football.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, we all love it. That's what makes a draft so exciting. It's a big hope seller because you can sell, hey, this is the future.
Right.
You know, this potential guy. So to put a wrap on that, it does sound like the Titans definitely like Cam Ward from what I understand. Coach, the GM, the front office, they really like him. But can the Giants do enough to get him off, or are they happy with sitting at 3 and maybe getting a Shedeur Sanders who could, who knows, be the better quarterback in a few years? We'll know. We don't know, but it's probably an exciting time to have a new era for New York football, regardless of how it ends. So as we kind of wrap this thing up, I wanted to play a game that we did last time. So Pooch has got some quarterbacks for us to look at.
Oh,
and we're gonna do the blind ranking.
That's cool.
The blind ranking, and I have another one of the 2, 4, 6, 8 ones that we did before. Of which one. So while Pooch gets the thing up, I'll do ours.
All right, let's do
and
it.
then we'll do that, and then we'll close out this episode and this season of Breakin House Rules. So the first one here, this is actually a pick 2 to live without. Okay. So these are all things that we have.
Pick 2 to live without.
Pick 2 to live without. Okay, pick 2 to live without. Taste.
Ooh.
The ability to walk.
Oh my God.
The ability to smile or laugh. And the use of any electronics, but just you.
Okay. I think I got this. I definitely will give up the electronics. That's fine. I can live without that. And then, God, I wanna be able to taste and walk. So those I think are non-negotiables for me. So I'm gonna have to go with not being able to smile.
Boy, you're gonna be unhappy, man. Not smiling, laughing, or electronics.
I could still be internally happy though. I could feel internally happy. I just can't express it.
So wait, hold on.
One thing is you said not be happy.
What happens if you're watching something funny and you know it's funny and it registers in your mind that it's funny, then what happens? You're just like,
it's like, yeah, neutral.
You can't laugh though, right?
You can't laugh.
You're like,
can't smile.
You just have no reaction.
You just have no reaction.
Okay, but you're gonna tell me
internalize it.
There's that guy like
you're gonna tell me you're gonna walk. I hope, right? You're gonna keep walking.
Yeah,
I think we're all in the general consensus that we're gonna stay walking.
You're gonna
right?
walk.
Yeah, I want to walk.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give up taste, which sucks because I love food, but people have gone through this COVID period and not being able to taste.
They're
and
miserable.
man, I can't taste.
They're
None.
probably not laughing or smiling.
But I want to laugh and smile, bro.
Wait, but you can still smell, right?
You can still smell.
Technically, no, because they're one and the same.
That's a good question, but taste and smell are individualized as
They are.
senses.
They're all
Yeah, so you can
senses.
smell, you can't taste.
Right.
You can smell, but you can't taste.
Correct. So I'm giving up taste, and I'm giving up
That's
electronics.
tough, man. Because if you can't smell, but you can taste,
No, you
food
can't.
still tastes great.
No, like scientific, or I don't know if that's a word, but
Yeah.
if you can't smell, then your taste is gone too.
Right.
So
Because if
But
things
you
are bad, that's
could
why
taste, but
you
not
go like
smell.
this. If you drink like a
Right,
protein
but people
shake,
who
it's
had got
nasty.
COVID lost taste, but they could still smell. Or
Right.
some of them may have lost smell.
And then they lost taste.
No
with it.
taste, but it smells good. You're like, because smell is what makes your mouth water.
Yeah.
And then you eat it,
Yeah.
and you're just
I
like,
can't do that.
It would suck, but I also feel like it would also help my health experience. Like I would be a lot healthier in life if I could
No,
taste
of course.
anything. I'm only gonna eat healthy shit, you know.
no, you're true.
I don't think you're gonna be smiling a lot though.
I'm still gonna laugh. I'm still gonna be at a joke.
Damn,
Like,
nah, because when you eat
I
a
think
good
about how
burrito,
much
you're
I
like,
smile and
That's what I'm saying,
laugh
bro.
and life.
Just think about that
Imagine-
burger, or
Nah,
that
bro.
pasta, and then you take that first bite.
Let us know in the comments which 2 you guys are living without. Have we all made our votes? No, Vaughn, you still gotta vote.
I gotta have taste, bro. Not being able to walk is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I have to be able to walk.
Yep.
And What was the other one?
No electronics, just you. Everybody else can use electronics.
Yeah, that's pretty.
No laugh or smile.
Bro, honestly, I gotta go no taste because I gotta laugh and I gotta be able to walk.
Yeah. So no taste, no electronics for you. So
I gotta have electronics though, bro. Imagine no electronics.
That's fine. I just got golf a ton.
Hey, I'm reading, I'm golfing.
Okay.
Reading.
I mean, it's not. None of these are ideal, which is
No
why
phone.
it's a dilemma.
Messenger pigeon. No emails.
Write some letters.
What are you gonna do for work?
Write some letters.
Right. And we use that.
I'll become a poet or something.
Is a typewriter an electronic?
Yeah. That's considered electronic.
Nah,
I
no,
think
it's
that's
not
a
plugged into
manual.
electricity.
No, it's manual.
Yeah, I think anything that's electricity
That's
based
to
or
plug into
battery
power.
based.
Yeah.
Shit.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
we
a
use-
lamp? No, that's technology.
Yeah, we getting back to
Candles.
the. Yeah, no AC would suck though.
Oh,
I've done it.
no car.
I could live with it.
Oh, no car, no
Right.
planes. We wouldn't be
No
able to go
plane,
nowhere.
no train. You gotta ride horses around. That's
That's
what
not electric. That's not
You
electronic.
be able to ride a horse.
Nah, you're taking this too far.
trains. What do trains run on?
No, but like
That's not
I think we're
electronics. Like
thinking-
electronic
I
devices.
think we're
using
like-
like our
no,
accessible
I guess.
electronics.
Okay.
Yeah.
That uses electricity, but
Dang.
God.
Yeah.
We're doing transportation.
But what about a car though?
Yeah, of course you can use a car.
But that
You
I guess
can't
we
have
have to
smart. You
specify-
can't have Apple Play
I think
or
we're
whatever.
thinking-
so you
maybe.
gotta,
I
you
think
have to
we-
drive manual.
I think we're using daily
No.
electronics like
You're going
phone,
You're right.
TV, music,
You're
like
right.
phone,
You're right.
TV.
I'm looking
like,
too deep at it. I'm
Yeah.
looking at electricity. I'm tripping.
Yeah. All right, so we've all put our votes in.
Yep.
You guys let us know at home. And then our final game of the day and of the season is blind ranking quarterbacks. We do not know
Blind
who
rank
these
the
quarterbacks
QBs,
are.
man.
Oh, the QBs
These are
too.
all current starting quarterbacks in NFL.
Okay.
None are rookies.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have what, 4? Is that what we're doing? 4
I
or
think we did 5.
I think we did
We're
five.
doing
Yeah, top
5. We gotta agree because last time y'all did not agree with me, and I think we ended
Yeah,
up.
yeah. We'll
It didn't
discuss
work
it a
out
little
too
more.
bad, but it was like,
Yeah,
okay,
It could have been
okay.
better. All right, so what we got, Pooch?
All right, first one.
Okay, Brock Purdy.
4.
4. I think
4?
I'm cool with
Yeah,
4.
3 or 4.
I like 4
I like 4.
I like 4.
I like 4. I like
That's fair.
Yeah.
because there's room for someone to go under him because
Yeah.
he's good, but there's
Yeah.
also room for
I
probably
like
some
Brock
guys
Purdy.
that.
I like Brock Purdy at 4.
All right, next one.
Ooh, Jordan Love.
3?
3.
3 or 2.
I'm
yeah.
solid with 3. I
I'm
like
good
3.
with 3.
I like 3.
I like 3.
I like
That's-
3. I like 3.
That's middle of the
That
pack.
gives us one behind. We
Right,
got 2
right, right.
ahead.
Oh, but the 2 ahead might be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dak.
Dak is a hell of a quarterback, bro. He's a good quarterback.
You think he's 2?
I say 5 because Purdy been to a Super Bowl, and Jordan Love.
He's a
And let's
heck-
say in the last year. Let's not say the whole career. Let's just say the last 2 years.
Dak. Honestly, I think Dak, Jordan Love, and Brock Purdy are all in the same category.
Yeah, they're all very
They are.
similar. They're all good quarterbacks. Like they're all really good quarterbacks.
If we put them at 5, then we're at liberty 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Regardless.
Exactly.
I almost
I
think we
think
should put
Dak
him
has
at
to go
2.
at 2.
That's valid. That's valid.
All right, let's put
okay,
him at
2. Let's
2.
go Dak. Dak at 2.
He's got the experience. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right,
he could
right,
be
right,
a
right,
5, but
right.
Yeah.
we could be our hands tied with.
All right.
I already know who this is going to probably be. Put him at 5.
You got to put him at 1.
It's Justin Herbert.
It's Herb. You got to put Herb at 1, bro.
Do we?
All right. Okay, we'll put him at 5. This is me biased because that's my dog. You know, that's my dog.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll put him at 5.
Again,
we'll put him at 5, and then we'll see who.
I think we're gonna get killed, but for
We're
putting
going
him
to
at
get kills for
5.
what's about to be 1.
I almost.
Okay.
All right, let's put Herbert at 1.
No. You said 5. Let's take it at 5. All right.
I
let's
already
put
know
Herb
who
at
number
5.
1's
Alright.
going to be.
Trev.
So who was right?
None of us.
Herb at 1.
Hey, Trev got potential to be number 1 one day. I'm a Trev.
Trev's nice.
Trev is nice.
Trev can play, bro.
He got a new coach
I
now.
feel like all of these guys are in similar. If we had to redo the
No,
whole
they're
order,
very.
Yeah, I don't know how
Okay.
I would do it
Yeah,
if
I
I
don't
redid
really
the
know.
order. Like,
I was about to ask that.
I think
How
if
if
would
we had to
you
redo the
order
order, I'd probably go Herb, Dak, Brock, Jordan, Trevor. Actually,
I think I would put Trevor ahead of Brock.
that? I think so too.
I think I would put Brock 5. I know he's won to a Super Bowl, but I'm thinking in a vacuum,
Like skill set wise.
I would probably take Trevor because I think the 49ers scheme is perfect for Brock.
Right.
Not to say he can't play, I just think that he's a perfect
a part of
fit
me feels
there.
like I'm doing a disservice to Dak. I feel like Dak plays
I think
Great ball.
yeah. I mean, Dak's got to be in the top 2 of this list. Dak's got to be in the top 2.
right.
We put him at 2. Didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That was a good group. I
It
mean,
was a good
that was a
group.
real similar group. Like, they're all like,
Yeah.
if we're talking top 10 quarterbacks in the league, they're all
Somewhere there in that bottom half.
right.
Yeah. They're probably all
And then
between
you
that
can
6 to
interchange.
15
You
range.
could interchange a lot of them.
6 to 12 around there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was good vibes. Appreciate y'all for watching this episode, this season of Breaking House Rules. Cam, Von, Dre. Subscribe, follow, and let us know what we got wrong on these games. See you soon.